Again, we're still sharing those thoughts of wisdom, tips on how you can make money and then keep it.
The insurance industry in Uganda is over 74 years today since the establishment of the first insurance company in the land, the East Africa General Insurance Company, in 1948. The industry has witnessed great developments and transitions over the years. The 1960s through the 70s, the industry witnessed great uptake and appreciation from the public, especially the elite and the merchandising class, largely dominated by Asians. This explains why at independence, despite having smaller population of under 8 million people, Uganda had 95 insurance agencies and branch offices of foreign insurance companies, mainly from United Kingdom, India and the United States of America. The 1970s to the 80s were dark years of the insurance industry. Besides the political turmoil of the time, the expulsion of Asians in the 1970s, which affected the business and elite classes that were key to the industry's growth and its sustenance, and the 1987 currency reform and discounting heavily hit especially the holders of life insurance policies. Many lost hope in the promise that insurance gives its policy holders. Through innovation and consistent product development, the industry has today made great strides, reminiscing and in a number of areas surpassing the industry's golden era of the 1960s. Midwifed by the Insurance Regulatory Authority, which was established in 1996 to ensure effective administration, supervision and regulation, the insurance industry has reinstated the prowess of that promise. The promise that insurance pays and is indeed a good bulwark against risk.
The establishment of a regulatory body from the desk office in the Ministry of Finance through establishing an independent regulatory body, which was the Insurance Commission at the time. That kind of really shaped the direction of the industry. In addition to that, I think in 2011, there was a change, a paradigm shift from the Insurance Commission to Insurance Regulatory Authority. So there was a rebirth, and it brought in with it a change in the Insurance Act as well. So you had a change from Insurance Commission to Insurance Regulatory Authority, and then thereafter the Insurance Act, it was the Insurance Act of 2011 at the time, it was also overhauled. It was overhauled so as to meet the international standards, the international core principles. In addition to that, in 2020, various regulations were put in place to operationalize the Insurance Act. So all these, because at the end of the day, once you have a well-supervised and well-regulated industry, it means that people are going to operate in an environment which is stable, where there is predictability, where people know that in the event that something happens to this insurer, you have a fallback position, where you know that if there is a claim, you know where to go. So all this really has enhanced the growth of the industry.
The reason why the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda was created was for strict monitoring, that the people who make those promises fulfill them. And government was very good to amend or overhaul the Insurance Act. The Insurance Act of 2017 safeguards the interests of the policyholders to a great extent. That act also safeguards that the insurance companies should not be allowed to collapse. That is the very reason why we are here as the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda. We also say that in case you buy an insurance policy and for whatever reason you are not satisfied the way you are handled, we created a complaints bureau at the Insurance Regulatory Authority. Come and please complain. Let us know what is happening.
Indeed, that confidence is today the reason why the insurance sector has made great growth strides and is currently a trillion shillings industry and steadily growing. Gross written premiums, which is the total amount collected by the industry through the sale of insurance policies, was 240 billion shillings in 2010. In 2015, it had moved to 612.1 billion shillings and 974.4 billion shillings in 2019. In the same breath, the industry paid claims worth 184 billion shillings in 2014. This moved to 291 billion shillings in 2017. Again, with a better regulatory environment and innovations such as bank assurance, there has been growth in the uptake of insurance services and with it, growth in the settled claims. For instance, in 2022, the industry paid out claims worth 476 billion shillings. All these have further served to strengthen public confidence in the industry.
In 2020 first season, I planted like 10 acres of jenat, simsim, rice, and then beans. I paid 410 for those crops. After their survey, they realized that I've made a loss of 6,220,000, which they pay me. In 2021, I decided to plant now 20 acres because my level was going. I cannot be repeating 10 acres. I planted 20 acres of those crops, of which I paid 820 as some in SWAT. In 2021, I realized a loss of 24,200,000. Yeah, that's what they paid me.
Uganda being an agro-based economy with the bulk of the population depending on agriculture for survival, it was crucial that the industry spreads its tendrils into this space, and this firm is one of the beneficiaries. This was done through an innovative vehicle, the Agricultural Consortium, bringing together government and insurance players, and has been rolled out across the country.
Called Otieno Orlando Joffrey, a farmer. I belong to a group called the Riemochandi in the Magola sub-county, Toro district. The type of agricultural insurance we have is the weather index and the drought index insurance. It covers excessive rainfall and the drought. Like last season, I incurred loss in rice. There was a lot of drought, and I incurred a total loss. So I was supported because I was compensated, and I didn't feel it. I paid 55,000 shillings, and in the end, I was compensated 1 million shillings.
Now, there are many calls about Ugandans, encouraging them to innovate, especially the young people. And indeed, we have quite a number of hubs in this country that are promoting innovation. However, there are some gaps here and there, and many innovators will tell you they haven't seen much effort coming their way. Now, today we went to the ghettos and tried to pick the story of these young innovators and how they hope to transform the poultry sector.
In Uganda, ghettos are known to be at the bottom of society and less is expected from there. However, here is a group of young innovators from the ghettos of Luzira who have invented the Doxa egg incubator in Luzira areas.
And this is our project. It's called Doxa Hatcheries. It began in the year 2015. And the reason as to why we decided to do this is because I wanted to solve the problem of unemployment amongst the youth. So we did a first prototype that never worked so well until when I began to share the dream with other people. that also have the same idea of maybe doing something that is unique that can employ them. And now this is where we have reached. We have tested our machine. It has a hatching capacity of up to 95%. It is fully automatic. Once you set it, you don't have to bother. It is user-friendly. So this is an incubator, egg incubator, fully automatic. It will turn the eggs after every 2 hours. It will also add water because it has a water reservoir on top, like you can see there. So you just have to put the water there. You keep on checking occasionally. If you want to check, for example, if the eggs have turned, it has a screen and there's a light inside. So when you put on maybe at night, you can be able to see, the eggs have turned. The machine is designed to have alarms. In case the temperature goes above 38 degrees, the alarm goes off. It tells you, the operator, that maybe there's a problem. Come and check. In case the humidity goes below the standard, it also goes off.
So far, this machine, it carries 36 trays. So that is around 1,080 eggs.
The unique thing with our machine, it does two things. It's a 2-in-1. There's what they call an incubator, which works for 18 days in the business of hatching. Only 18 days. After that, you're supposed to remove those eggs and you put them in something called a hatchery. But we designed ours in a way that after 18 days, you can actually remove out the racks and you use the same machine as a hatchery. It has been really hard because, as you can see from the time when we began, it has been around 8 years now. And in 8 years, we have met leaders, we have gone to different offices, we have spoken to different people. They love the idea, but the risk, they don't have that element of risk, of which for us we have, because the amount of money we have put in is a lot. And sometimes, but all in all, now we have reached our milestone, and I believe now the next projects will be very easy.
Well, that's all we had for you on this week's edition of Money and Market. Thank you for being part of the show. Again, we'd like to pick your mind. We want to keep this conversation on. So drop us a line on the address on your screen. Let's keep this going. I've been your host, Charles Borg. Now, from me and team, we'd like to wish you a very good evening and God bless.